All right, again, the countdown is on to the 100th day, the end of the first 100 days, and we are taking a look at how people who voted for Donald Trump look at him now that he's actually been president for a little bit, and particularly in the states that were most crucial in making him president. So remember this, election night, it was a big shock for a lot of people, even in the Trump campaign. Remember how he won. Remember the three key states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, the Rust Belt. They all voted Democratic since the 80s. They all flipped very thin margin. So we thought, let's take a visit to some of the places that were key to those three states switching. So take a look here. How about Monroe County, Michigan? Now think about this, right down here in the southeast part of the state. In 2012, by a small margin, this was an Obama county. Obama won the county. Obama won the state of Michigan. What happened in 2016? This is one of those places where you saw a seismic shift. Can we take a look? Can we reveal the shift to 20? There it is. Look at that. It went from Obama by a point in 2012 to Trump by 22 points. One of the biggest shifts you're going to see. You saw these all over the Rust Belt, all over the Midwest. It's the reason Michigan flipped, the reason Pennsylvania flipped, the reason Wisconsin flipped. Counties, areas like this. So at day 100, let's take a trip now to Monroe County, Michigan. NBC's Jacob Rascone is out there. Jacob, these are the voters. They were Obama 2008, Obama 2012, Trump 2016. Do they still think of themselves as Trump people?
Yeah, they wanted change in 2008 and 2012. They voted for Barack Obama. Now they want to change again. They wanted a change in attitude, a change in leadership style, and so far they say they're getting what they expected. We didn't talk to anybody who had serious buyer's remorse, at least not yet. They're willing to give him, they say, more time to fulfill his promises because he has no political experience, etc. But I want to tell you where I am a bit. Over my right shoulder, this is the Ford auto parts plant that closed down in 2008. More than 2,000 people here lost their jobs. Ford recently announced that it was going to reinvest here in Michigan, in this area, $1.2 billion. So that's big. And then over my left shoulder here is a coal-fired power plant, the biggest in the state, and one of the biggest, in fact, in the country. So top of mind for a lot of folks was jobs and the economy, and they wanted that. They say they're happy with Trump's aggressive style, and that they say that they believe that he wants to fulfill all of the things that he's talked about doing. And any time that he's run into a roadblock, for example, with health care, they blame, most of them, Congress for being too stubborn. Here's a couple of examples of how they grade President Trump.
I would say probably foreign policy is average. I'm not exactly static about it, but I think it could have been a lot worse. Domestic policy, maybe a B, just because we're in the infancy. He has a long term. That would maybe be a letter grade I'd want to give at year 2 or year 3. Overall, probably a B+.
Domestic policy, I'd have to say probably about a B+. Foreign policy, I'd have to say probably a C-, because, you know, he's talking a lot of stuff and getting a lot of people mad. You know, he's not thinking what he's saying, I think, in some of that stuff.
So you talk to 20 different people, you get 20 different answers on what they think that he needs to do better. But generally, I would say out of the dozens of people we talked to at different diners, at different restaurants, they're willing to give him more time to do what they want him to do. Back to you.
All right, Jacob Rascone out there in Michigan. Jacob, thanks for that. Still ahead, the polarizing issue